very specific 10-inch 2x4, and then another one stacked just like this on top of it, and this would be fixed. It'd be fixed. No way! No way. No way. No way! Yes! Finally! Something like this? No way! Out here in the fields. Alright, all we would need is like a very specific 10-inch 2x4, and then
Well, hello there, partner. Go on and hang up your hat, grab yourself a whiskey, and pull up in the easy chair. We're coming off the range of 9 to 5s with a whole herd of news stories that we've been steaming over like a cow patty in the Texas heat. As they say, the chickens are finally coming home to roost. And we're here to ruffle some feathers and ensure accountability ain't just a concept, it's reality. It's that time where the day's drama casts its longest shadow. So let's light a candle to the chaos of current events, the whirlwind of politics, and the tangled webs of corruption that we find ourselves entwined by. It's time to ramble our way into the twilight. Welcome to Sunset Rants.
Hello there.
Hi.
How goes it?
Good teams. Good to see you guys. Happy Tuesday.
Yeah.
You guys have a good weekend.
Yeah. There's a weekend. I don't know. It was just a weekend.
Things happen. Just a day.
Yeah,
It's only Tuesday, my dudes.
it is.
And the world's on fire.
Friday. Junior. Oh yeah, you saw that, didn't you? UK's on fire.
Yep. All right, who's taking rain this turn?
You want to do it? I lost my glasses. I gotta go grab them later tonight, so I can't see the screen.
Okay. What the hell? What the hell? I thought I was supposed to be off to the side. You know what? Is what it is. All right, so let's do this the proper way. I'm Fluffy Hobo. You can find me on X at Fluffy_Hobo. Yeah, I post dog shit. Where we can find our other two co-hosts. We'll start with the lady first.
Well, hi, I am Dee, and I am Cynical Latina on X. I'm only on X, and I'm just like you. I just like to shitpost. I like to troll. I like to laugh at liberals, and yeah, that's my favorite pastime. So check me out there. Follow, like my stuff, the whole shebang.
Right. What about you, shirtless?
And it's hot as hell down here in Orlando. I'm sorry, I'm sweating. I'm Tay, favorite piece of shit. You can find me on X and everything else. My handle right there, AP2Tay. Pretty similar to as far as everyone else here. Just like to troll, look at stuff on the internet, get a good chuck on at people, and kind of see what's going on. So hopefully we'll have a good show tonight. And on top of that, QR code in the corner, everybody watching. It brings us straight to riseamerica.com. You can see our pretty faces, all the episodes, and everything like that. Go ahead and join the team, hang out with us, and see what we're about. Fastest growing team on X. So let's cancel some cancel culture.
It was never cancel culture to begin with. It was just us tolerating things.
Yeah.
All right, we're going to get into probably the biggest news of the week. FBI launches task force targeting anti-Tesla domestic terrorism. And if you scroll down, it's probably one of the best graffitis. Resist. Like, what are you resisting? You told us to buy electric vehicles, and now you want us to it makes no goddamn sense.
No.
The NPC chip, as it were, has been replaced. FBI has created a task force intended to crack down on violent Tesla attacks. By the way, if you're out there and you own a Tesla, good luck. That's all I gotta say to you. Good luck. Apparently, they have been going after privately owned vehicles as well, and it is getting mad out there. I have a buddy of mine who drives a Tesla, and I told him, I was like, don't go to Chicago. Don't go. Well, I need to for my job. Don't go. He texts me later on and goes, you were right. I was getting mean looked all over the place. Yup. He's not a political guy by any means.
Wow.
Yes, that's fun. Acts of violence and vandalism have been unfolding for months. So we know this. Tesla vehicles, facilities, including charging stations, which, most of those are paid for by government grants. So congratulations. I think they're breaking government property, which should be a higher sentence. That's my opinion.
Yeah.
Let's see here. The company, or over the weekend, the FBI urged the public to look out for signs of possible attacks on Tesla dealerships or Tesla-related entities, including individuals surveying or trying to break into Tesla properties or making threats against the company online. So this kind of brings an interesting point, because Tesla was kind of hated when he was around early on in his days, and now Tesla is being hated again. I think history rhymes pretty well.
It's just silly, because they were doing this whole thing like, oh, Tesla, good for the environment, and so you end up seeing like a bunch of liberals buy it. And I could follow that process, even though I know EVs are terrible for the environment and the whole production scheme of things. And now they're just burning their friends' cars down, and they're attacking them and doing all this. It's kind of an irony to it, and it just sucks if you do on.
It's a crazy world we live in.
Because it's like, I just know people. It's a car. What are you doing?
Right. So I guess they're working with the ATF.
What else?
With the tax, and I think this is the only time you will see conservatives actually hurrah behind the ATF. Like, you just, I just don't see a lot of people like, yeah, ATF, and now it's like, oh wait, what did we just say? Damn it. I don't know how we like this.
Don't make us root for them.
I mean, if anything,
I told you, it's a matter of time before it be terrorism.
Yeah. I mean, if anything, it just goes to prove that, okay, liberals, you win. You made us cheer for the ATF. Congratulations. Here's your prize. 24 years in Supermax. Here we go.
Yeah, that's what they're looking like, 24 years or something max.
I heard something, but there was an echo. What was that?
That's Brian, our producer. It's like,
why did it echo? That's weird.
I don't know. I heard the echo
Brian,
too.
what'd you say?
Our lovely producer said something and then like echoed and everyone heard it. Okay, so it wasn't just me. Oh man.
I wonder what are some of the ramifications of like the Teslas like being targeted. So is like insurance going to go up for them, or is it going to, how is that going to impact like ownership aside from vandalism and maybe setting it on fire? What are they drawing? They were drawing dicks on the side of the cars. They were drawing Nazi on them and stuff, but swastikas, all that good shit. But like, realistically, if you're going to have a car that, or a vehicle or a truck or anything that's like controversial, because people are kind of stupid and they don't realize that, okay, well, that doesn't have anything to do with Elon Musk. Aside for the fact that he has, he runs a company, like private vehicle owners, like they don't have anything to do with Elon Musk. So, is that going to raise up insurance prices, or is the cost of the vehicle going to drop? Like, what do you think is going to happen with all that?
So I did a quick Google search on this. It looks like Tesla rates have been going up for insurance companies since 2020. So like in 2020, it was 2,290 on average. And in 2024, it was 4,362. But they're already citing that insurance rates are going to hike for Teslas this year because partly to do with the vandalisms and whatnot.
Mm-hmm.
And it says here that some insurance companies are tossing around the idea of buying the Tesla from the people that own them, so they don't have to worry about paying out the massive repair bills for when it happens. So, like, I don't know. We'll see. It seems to be in limbo at the moment, but that's a great question.
Damn. Yeah, because I was looking at one. I just for shits and giggles, I I pulled up the Tesla, and I'm like, I mean, I understand how that would be like really convenient for someone that lives in the city, and all that stuff. But like, I'm in Texas, and I'm also like an hour and a half from any major, like from the next major city. So if I want to go to like San Antonio or Austin, that's a little over a 3-hour drive away. Depending how fast you go, of course. And it just doesn't make sense to get a vehicle where I have to stop and charge it for 30 minutes or more. Plus, some of the specifications of it, like, just seem kind of ridiculous to me. So it takes like 7 days to fully charge, but you don't want to fully charge it like every night. So if you're always like plugging it in, and your car becomes fully charged, you could blow yourself up at home. There's a lot of little things where I'm like, if an idiot gets this car and is not reading this, like if you get one of those superchargers that's like out on the road that'll charge your car in 15 to 30 minutes, you can't have one of those at home. Like, it's not good for the battery too, and you could kill the battery. So there's so many ways to self-destruct yourself with these cars. And I was like, I don't know. So taking like a trip to California would add, for me, so much more stops where I barely like to stop. I like to just pump gas and go. If I have to pee, I run in there as quickly as possible and get the hell out of there. I don't like to stop along the way because, we're still paranoid that we're going to get kidnapped and shit. So no rest stops for me because, again, I've seen a lot of horror movies. And it just doesn't seem like a good idea, except if you live in a big city. So, and then in the big cities is where all the people that are going to be hating on it, because all of a sudden they're not pro-climate. They're pro whatever fucking MSNBC tells them. So I don't know.
This was the Tesla that came out early, like one of the earlier model Teslas. Some dude put like a 2-cycle Honda motor on a generator on the back of it so he could charge it while he was driving.
Oh, that's pretty clever.
I don't know if it works, but it was funny to look at.
I bet.
That's a real hybrid right there.
That's a real hybrid.
Self-charging vehicle? Hell yeah.
I mean, the fuel efficiency of those little 2-cycles are pretty impressive. He could probably go half the country on just, a few fill-ups here and there. That's really impressive if it worked.
That would be badass. But
yeah. So I know over here in Central Florida, they have like super stations everywhere. Those power stations. But I know also like with the batteries, like they used to hold a memory, but then they got like graphene, and that's kind of what allows it. It's like really cool, like honeycomb technology that goes into batteries with lithium. So it kind of helps prevent like holding a memory from keeping it charged, and also like now like a lot of these items like phones, cars, stuff like this, once it reaches a certain level, you can set it or it'll do it automatically. It'll just stop charging, so you won't have to worry about it. But again, it's a power supply. It's just it's an extra something that could go wrong.
Yeah, because supposedly once the car reaches 80% charge, it dramatically slows down the charging speed so that you don't overcharge the car. But at the same time, it's just like so many things could go wrong. I don't know. But I'm just like, I don't know if that's something that I would want to be responsible for.
Look, I drive a full-size V8 Tundra because I want comfort. Like, I don't know. That and it works. Like, I use it a lot because of the towing capacity. So, like, I need it. It's not like, oh, you can live with it. No, I need it.
I get 14 miles a gallon with mine, and I'm I'm chilling. I'd rather be with that than have to, worry if I'm going to be able to
Granted, it was
recharge.
highway. Granted, it was highway, but I drove 4 hours one direction on a tank of gas, refilled, and the little display said like 555 miles to empty. I'm like, that's a V8. Are you fucking sure? Like, there's no way.
Dude, you're getting more gas mileage out of your truck than I am out of mine. Like when I fill
like I said, it was highway
from like Daytona to downtown Orlando, it was an hour. Oh yeah.
Wow.
It'll say 320. By the time I get to Orlando, it's like it says 190. I'm like, there's no way my gas is this bad. I'm like,
something about Toyotas, man.
Maybe EVs
something about them.
It's gonna run though. It's gonna run forever.
But when it breaks, it's expensive. But man, it runs forever.
I don't know. I have a Toyota Corolla, and I can fill up my gas tank for a little over $20, and I get like 350 miles on one tank. So, but I want a Ford Bronco, like one of those 4-door ones, like one of the big ass ones with the big tires.
You don't want the new ones. You don't want
the new ones. Gas miles.
I've heard some. I know. Yes, and the stupid thing about it is that I don't do any off roading. I don't do anything. I'm just gonna drive it to work and back. So it's pretty lame. That's a want, not a need. Definitely.
I know a couple people who bought the new Ford Bronco, and they're like, I should have bought something else. This thing is uncomfortable. It doesn't do well in snow. Like granted, you're in Texas. I'm up in the Midwest, but like it does not do well in snow. They're like it doesn't weigh enough to hold itself down in the snow because it wants to climb over it while you're driving, and it just doesn't weigh enough to hold itself down. Like the older Bronco.
That's interesting.
The older Bronco. A lot, so like it took a
Runner.
Yeah, my wife drives a 4Runner and she loves the shit out of it. So,
I'll think about. I'm not sure. I want something. I just don't know what. But I'm a girl, so I don't know much about this stuff. And a lot of people that I've asked are like, "Oh yeah, it's a great car." And I've seen other reviews are like, "Oh, this is a piece of shit." Definitely the controls and stuff look weird. And I'm a girl, so I'm looking at the visual stuff like, "Oh, what's shiny?" I need something shiny up in here, whatever.
This is
here's a little light,
Here's a tip
none of us are gonna have
for you.
Nazis.
Right.
Painted on our
cars. Here's a tip for you. Do you have like a family mechanic or some kind of trusted mechanic you go to?
Yeah.
Go to him and ask him what the worst vehicle to work on is.
That's a good.
And there's your starting point.
Yeah.
There's your starting point. Now, if the mechanic is worth his salt, he's going to say all of them. So I mean,
he definitely said no on hybrids. So he said fuck no on hybrids. So at least there's a starting point.
Right. Oh man. Speaking of fuck no. All right, we're gonna go over to this next article from The Hill. Russia says U.S. to ease sanctions as part of targeted ceasefire deal with Ukraine. Okay, so Russia says that U.S. to ease sanctions. It's not U.S. to ease sanctions. Interesting wording there, The Hill. So Russia said on Monday it expects the U.S. to ease certain sanctions as part of an agreement for limited ceasefire with Ukraine, lifting restrictions on certain banking sectors, which are a major piece of international penalties on Moscow over its full-scale invasion, yada, yada, yada. Sanction lifting is part of an agreement, of course, because you've got to have trade-offs. The statements came around the U.S. brokered shuttle diplomacy in, I'm not pronouncing that right, Saudi Arabia. Look, I don't respect the country enough, my dear producer, to pronounce the cities. From Sunday to Tuesday, Putin's office said the ceasefire of the Black Sea would only come into force after sanctions relief. And Russia's president's office said U.S. will help restore access for Russian agriculture and fertilizer exports to the world market, reduce the cost of marine insurance, and expand access to ports and payment systems to conduct such transactions. Is this a win? Are we one step closer to peace finally? But I hate to say it, there's going to be a black swan event that's going to happen, and things are going to pop back off again because midterms are right around the corner. Just saying.
Yeah.
Just saying.
We've talked about it. I think you're right. Let me keep reading on this one.
I don't know. Again,
18th.
Yeah.
I don't trust Ukraine, not one bit. So I don't know.
I mean, they allegedly blew up the Nord Stream pipeline.
Yeah.
I will agree with that. It's not Ukraine, it's Zelensky running it. Yeah. I'm curious to see what happens with that Germany lawsuit against Ukraine. I really want to know more of like when that's going to go through.
What is that?
If that's okay.
You mean with the pipeline?
Yes, with the pipeline.
Yeah.
So Germany essentially accused Ukraine of blowing up the pipeline themselves to keep us involved in the war.
Yeah.
So I'm interested to see if Germany actually comes up with something with this, and if it goes forward. Do I like countries suing each other? Not really, but like, you know, we deserve answers at this point. We've paid for it a lot. We paid a lot for it.
Yeah.
But now, what do you think about those, like, you know, there's like, you know, through the grapevine, like the talk where, like, you know, there are some arrows pointing to it was like that we did it.
That's what I mean. I want Germany to figure this out because they're conducting an investigation on it and whatnot. Are they going to get any answers? Probably not. But if anything, I could say the U.S. probably bankrolled the materials for the explosive to go off, but the Ukrainians probably did it. That's my guess.
Just like everything. Like, pass it off.
Oh, yeah. Somehow my tax dollars, also somehow my tax dollars with missiles flying at each other.
It's like how the mob bosses and like drug distributors like stay what they're doing. Like, they're hands off. They're like, here you go.
Yeah, you got to give it to a professional, like a street pharmacist.
Yeah.
Let them deal with it.
Yeah. Is that
Damn
beet
it, Joe
juice?
Biden?
Is that what?
Beet juice?
It is pomegranate juice and beet juice mixed together.
Mm.
I like
Because
pomegranate.
RFK haunts my nightmares.
Yeah, RFK, get out of here.
Like, I looked at a soda today. Because, you know, I drive for a living, and I was like, I want it. No, I don't. I can feel a strong presence behind me, and I'm pretty sure it's RFK. I don't want this. Only probably because I've been shit talking him so much.
I could really go for a Dr. Pepper right now too. Like, say, you know,
no, RFK. RFK is gonna come after you. Okay, it's not healthy, Matt. Huh? Okay.
I'm trying. All right, I'm trying.
Oh damn! What's that can? Who's
that is a.
Oh, that's Brian.
Can. That's a beer can in the background.
I missed that too.
Miller High Life, get it right. Yeah, for me.
What do you think is gonna happen? Like, come April 18th, then? He's like, I'm not gonna have a soda, but I'll drink a cigarette. I'll smoke a cigarette.
You'll drink a cigarette?
Yeah, you know what I'm saying.
Look, I've been smoking since I was
18.
18. It's hard for me to quit. Like, I've got a can of Zyn right here. I've been chewing on too. So, like, it's hard. It's really hard. Hell, I've been trying to quit since Trump got inaugurated. Shit's rough.
These helped a bit. Like, I went like 4 days without this because I think I started when I was like 12 or something. And then I
can't do it.
Like, okay,
I get ammonia every time I use a vape. I can't do it.
Wow.
Oh shit.
Yeah, I'm built different or retarded. I'm not too sure yet.
You can do both at the same time.
Absolutely.
I started the carnivore diet last Saturday, so I'm surviving. That's been rough, but every time I eat something, I think, I don't know, is RFK proud of me? I'm not having any sugar. No junk food, no more, red dyes and yellow dyes and my favorite Cheez-Its that I love so damn much. So, it makes me so mad.
Take a big old burger patty and put it on the grill when it's still nice and raw. Put Cheez-Its into the burger patty and then flip it over. Finish cooking it. Oh, man.
But I can't have a great. No more.
Oh, it's so fucking good.
I Thanks, man.
It's so good.
Oh, you suck. I hate you.
Yeah, I had a
You're welcome.
burger today. It was like toasted everything bagel, nice thick patty, sauteed onions and bell peppers. Shit was delicious.
Oh,
yeah,
there was
so
another
I
thing
guess
you
at
can
the
do.
end of like this.
Oh, go ahead, Ted. Go ahead. Go ahead.
Oh yeah, no. I was
This
just
is
gonna-
not
I was
health
gonna punch this
advice.
one before the next one. This is
This is comfort food. This is comfort food advice. Get yourself a slow cooker. You hollow out some bell peppers, fill it with some rice and some beef in it. Put it in the slow cooker, put it with some red sauce in there. Let that bitch go for about 4 hours. You got ground beef bell pepper poppers, and they are the best.
That sounds really good. My comfort food is fried chicken, so I can eat fried chicken. I'm good. That's all I need.
I'm fat for a reason, damn it. Like, I eat because I'm hungry.
I'm skinny because I have digestive issues. Yay. But trust me, there's a shamu inside this girl. I love food. So
shamu.
Yeah, a whole whale is behind this girl. So yeah. Yeah.
So
Like,
okay, let's get on to the next one.
Oh, so let's move to this next one because this is funny. I saw this headline in the outline and I giggled a little bit because I knew exactly who it was when I read Governor Hot Wheels. I'm like, are you kidding me? Thanks, man. I saw Governor Hot Wheels. I'm like, what? Why? Texas Rep Jasmine Crockett sinks to a new low in mocking Greg Abbott. I mean, if we can mock Greg Abbott for wheelchair, then we can mock FDR for wheelchair. It's fair is fair, right?
Yeah.
Arguably, who was worse?
I mean, FDR purposely tried not to be like on a cane or in a wheelchair as far as like when it came to photography. You know,
fake it till you make it.
Yep.
Well, he's not going to make standing. That's for sure.
I'm always curious how he pees.
Oh, damn. I mean, I don't know.
I wonder if his forearms are just ripped. He goes, stands up on the wheelchair and just goes, "Undo me, honey." It just goes. There's an image for you.
Probably.
That's where the
you're supposed to help your husband.
Just like.
Yeah, there you go.
Till death do us part and everything in between. I've got 2 broken hands. You know what I mean. All right, so Texas Democrat Rep Jasmine Crockett has been trying to out AOC New York Rep, okay, and outburn Vermont, an independent. Oh, Jesus Christ, what is this writing? Okay, I'm gonna translate. Democrat rep from Texas is trying to outmaneuver AOC and Bernie Sanders with her zany comments and an air of lunacy lately. She's also being ableist, if we want to go that low, when she says Governor Hot Wheels. It was disturbing enough that the Attorney General of the United States wanted to tread carefully. Really? Really? In a recent interview, she said Senator Ted Cruz needed to be knocked over the head. That's a call to violence.
Yes.
Oh, no, I
so much
was watching
violence.
that about an hour ago. She was truly saying, like, yeah, just something about him. You just got to keep knocking him in the head. You know, these guys, you just have to just hit him over and over. Something like that. You know, not verbatim, but that was kind of like what she was saying. I was like, how the fuck is she getting allowed to say this? But saying that because protest peacefully
she's got a donkey on her collar. That's why. So everyone knows who the ass is.
That's true. That's true.
All right, later Monday, though, she crossed out at any bounds of decency and openly mocked. That's an opinion.
Yeah.
All right, so speaking at the Human Rights Campaign, she lowered herself to a new level when she called him Governor Hot Wheels. This is presumably because he's confined to a wheelchair. I mean, look, it's funny. I'll admit it's funny. But, like, how many jokes can we make on this wheel, you know?
Yeah.
The bill itself is outfit promoting the idea that LGBTQ plus families have the freedom to live their truth without fear. Not true. You cannot live your truth without fear. No matter how much I believe it, my stomach does have a limit. I cannot live my truth. Oh yeah, yoy. You really gonna make me read the rest of this trash?
No, it's just it. I mean, we can keep it. I mean, we can figure out the jokes, but we'll just be going in circles at that point.
Yeah.
Oh, so she made two wheelchair jokes and an ableist joke, or a violent call to violence. All right, cool.
It's just, you know, it doesn't really bother me because like they'll be like, oh well, Trump did it against this person. I'm like, yeah, well, there's a difference when you're looking and referencing one thing to where you're just like, you know, like talking shit about a random person unbeknownst to you on that. I do think the Hot Wheel thing is a pretty
the Hot Wheel thing is funny, but like, come on, Greg Abbott can't stand up for himself. I'm never going to be allowed to
for Halloween, like make it like a legitimate Hot Wheels car for himself.
Dude, yeah, he totally could.
Shown it, yeah. Fuck it.
He should totally go as like a Ghostbuster from the new movie.
Is that
wasn't there a lady in a wheelchair in the new Ghostbusters movie? I'm pretty sure there was. I wouldn't believe. I wouldn't doubt it, but I'm pretty. No, it was the cartoon. That's right. The cartoon had a guy in a wheelchair. That's right. Okay. That's right. It was the cartoon. Like I know there was a Ghostbuster with a wheelchair. The dude in the cartoon. My bad.
Holy crap! It's a crap.
The Ghostbusters shuck.
You know it's. Yeah, no, I was really drunk when I saw the Ghostbusters in theater, so.
I got to see it. I just knew it was trash because I saw who was directing.
Yeah, I just feel the thing about this is, these people are just trashy, you know, and then it's just there's a kind of like us getting stirred up about it. It's just like, meh.
Mm-hmm.
You know, if we get,
I'm not even getting stirred up about it. Just like double standard much. Come on,
I'm not.
If anything, she gave me a whole new line of jokes. You know, Sorry, Tay. I think you're lagging a bit.
It's just, I mean, in general.
Oopsie.
I just think the lady's a trashy lady, so it's easier to go after her.
Okay. Ooh. What if next time Greg Abbott goes somewhere, instead of rolling out a red carpet, somebody rolled out an orange track? Like, that would be pretty good. Be a little on the nose, but that'd be pretty good.
And when they on the PA, they play the Speed Racer theme song. Go Speed Racer.
Oh, he probably got a crack at that too, because I know he's got a sense of humor. I mean, he lives in Texas. And he's in a wheelchair. He's got to have a sense of humor.
Yeah. I don't know. I don't think the Hot Wheel jokes is a big deal. And especially since she kind of doubled down on it and said that she wasn't referring to his wheelchair. She was referring to the transportation method that he used to ship the illegals out of Texas and into other parts, you know, like Democratic states and stuff, which is like, nice try, dude, but no, that does not make sense. Like, you're not going to call an airplane Hot Wheels. Like, stop it. You know, she knew what she meant. She just tried to double down on it. And but they're calling to censor her. But really and truly, that doesn't really mean much. Like, I was looking it up. It's basically more like, I guess it could be humiliating in a tiny way. Let's see. May be required to stand in the well of the chamber while the resolution is read aloud by the presiding officer, a humiliating ritual meant to underscore the rebuke. I don't know. But it does says that in the House, there's only been 24 members that have been censored since 1832. And in the Senate, it's happened 9 times since 1811. So I don't know. I really feel like her inciting violence should be like she should be expelled for that, because
I think there should be some she should be reprimanded for the.
Yeah, well, I just don't think that she conducts herself in a manner that's like really fitting for the highest form of government, you know, like, okay, like we plebes can talk and curse and that say all this kind of nonsense and talk shit and all that stuff, but she's highly educated. I mean, she was Ivy League, you know, like she should talk with more decorum, you know, especially when she's representing the people, but she chose to act in a real ghetto way. You know, the ghetto population is still a very small fraction of people. That's not going to get you elected. And when you look at her earlier interviews, she's all talking all proper and sweet and stuff, and all of a sudden she's all ghetto and like, what the hell?
So what we need to do is, instead of the black SUV that gets toted around with most of the Secret Service, we need to put her in a Honda Civic, and that will be her punishment.
Man, we need to
Geostorm.
I don't remember. That was pretty bad. There was one car, I don't remember the make, but the model was called Aspire, and those were the worst. We used to call them Aspires, but I don't remember what brand it was. Those were terrible.
I believe she's got 3 Secret Service agents. I believe she's got 3 Secret Service agents with her at any given moment because, you know, she's part of the team or whatever. And then can you imagine 4 people getting shoved into a Honda Civic and have to ride in the Texas heat for a while? Yeah, that's punishment enough.
But yeah, I still think there should be. You know, if you're gonna represent, be that high and represent it, and then, you know, this is kind of the time for tit for tat. You know, I'm always a person to be better than this, but if, you know, so many things that were just like nothing burgers that just got warped into one thing for, like, you know, whether it be like the hate speech or the violence or this or that, which was just non-existent, and then now you have it. It's like, oh well, you know, here you go.
Yeah.
All right, so let's just have her pay a fine or make a large donation towards handicapped children. Good to go as a punishment.
I think the handicap one will be good.
Yeah.
For people who became paralyzed in car accidents.
Right. Oh, can you imagine her showing up on a short bus? I'm here to help children. I'm terrible. Speaking about terrible things, we got some federal judges who are not happy. So House Republicans are hearings, so they're thinking about doing hearings to figure out what's going on in an effort to rein in federal judges and their potential overreach. That's the whole article. That's the whole article.
That's it.
Yeah.
That's it.
Because like half of it is conjecture and a history lesson from Obama and Trump's first term. And then it gets into like the bill is called No Rogue Rulings Act. If you really want to look into it, it's just, hey, we're thinking about doing something. That's it.
Yeah.
Man, there's so much to say on that.
Go for it. All theories are accepted at this point. Just go for it.
I don't think I with it.
Yeah, go Tay.
I think it's just going to be a talk. It's going to be notated, and then people are just going to learn to stay in their lane, and then that'll be it.
I suppose for context, this is due to the judge that decided to turn immigration planes around from El Salvador. There's your context.
Yeah, didn't actually something happen with that judge? Or started to, like, in the process?
This was 12 hours ago?
Yeah.
This was a Rasmussen poll? Where was this? All right, so I guess Americans want to impeach this conehead. I don't even know. Judge Bozaberg. This guy looks like he's looking for where the Smurfs live.
Yeah, that is true.
Just needs a white coat.
Right.
Was it a white coat? I don't remember.
I don't remember what his name was. Gargamel.
Gargamel, yes.
Don't ask me how I remembered that. I don't know. My memory works very weirdly sometimes.
I don't think anything's gonna happen. I think it'll be more damage than anything. Now, if there's gonna be like a suspension or penalization to him, cool, perfect, whatever. But it's just kind of like the last thing.
Right. I mean, the only note that I can bring forward is like there might be an issue with potentially like political collateral damage because it's how many people are going to get mad at this judge for not going far enough and how many people are already mad at this judge for doing what he's doing. And like, I don't think this violence needs to happen, period. But like, it's a real possibility. It's almost riot season.
Yeah. Summer.
Oh, it is. Yeah.
We're gonna have another summer of love from.
All the high school kids are gonna be out.
Yeah.
The summer of love.
Oh, yeah.
It's true. That's when they all came out. And...
burn down City Hall. We can beat up old white men and drag them down the halls.
You gotta mention Teslas in there. You gotta burn up all the Teslas.
Can you imagine Tesla's just having enough of all the shit and they just transform into Transformers, but like we out and like leave?
Roll out.
That would be a complete side fuck that nobody would see coming.
Roll out. I wonder if he would have.
Oh man.
What would be gnarly is if they're like, okay, well if you don't like this, then they like went into like whatever be like the most hipster like company for vehicles, and then say like Volkswagen, and then they went into like with Chevy or Ford and like swapped their proprietary like technology, so then it's just everywhere. So now if you just fuck with everything, now it's just a legitimate like terrorist attack and arson, so you get like automatic 20 years, and then
okay, I'm with you.
Better guess much.
Now, I know there was a thing a long time ago. It was a push to make modular car parts, but I guess patents and whatnot, like they fought back hard on that. So like, I mean, we at one point we could have had modular car parts where like you could pull something off a Ford and would have fit a Chevy or a Dodge, no problem. But we can't have nice things anymore because reasons.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I could definitely see that like not being like a good move. Like in like the whole like infrastructure, I think it'd be cool to do, but to do that, I want to have the front end off of this and then put it on this. But then it just comes down to like you know, if you want to do custom sneakers, that's just it. But with the 4 doors and the 4 wheels, or for Greg Abbott, 2 wheels and no doors.
I want to get me that redneck limo where it's a 6-wheel drive. It's an overly extended truck with 2 rear axles, 6-wheel drive.
Wow.
You guys can look up this meme. It's a meme, I'm sure of it, but it's out there. Just look up redneck limo. Some of them are funny as hell.
I've been
in a few.
I'm gonna go look that up. Redneck limo. Oh my!
I've been in Boston.
Oh,
some of them are pretty crazy.
I mean, some of those look badass, but the first one I came up was just random car parts like put together, and all kinds of different doors that make up the body of it.
We don't need engineers. We have rednecks in Kentucky Chrome.
Yeah,
there you
see, that first image is the one I'm looking at, and I'm like, what in the hell? I can't even describe it properly.
See that white one with the dual axles?
I want that one. I want
to
that
the right, center right there. Yeah, that one.
Yeah,
that's what I'm talking about.
That looks like an extended minivan, though.
Don't care.
It almost looks like a school bus. You got it's not the short bus, it's the long bus. It's this one, that one right there, the middle one that you're looking at. It looks like a minivan attached to something else. That one looks kind of interesting.
You're welcome. I've successfully derailed the conversation way beyond.
Yeah, good job.
The Hercules 6x6, unironically, I agree. I agree with you, Aaron. Do you know how much trouble I'll get in with that?
No, what the hell is that? I gotta go look that up.
What's what?
The Hercules 6x6. So
I'm gonna regret this, aren't I?
There's a funny story about the Hercules.
Okay, that's not bad.
My local police department actually owns one of these because a lot of country kids were getting away in their 4x4 trucks by cutting across farm fields. And that's how they were avoiding tickets and everything. So we had to buy one to keep up with the farm kids because they just ripped through the fields and the Hercules would be deployed and go out to where they were because they can follow them through.
Shit, I know Mercedes makes a sick one, but this thing looks gnarly. Then Hennessy makes one too.
Yeah. All right, let's move on. We've done a lot. All right. ABC 13. National Medal of Honor Museum opens in Arlington. Now, if I understand right, today, March 25th, is National Medal of Honor Day. Thank you for everyone who allowed us to speak English in these times. Without any of our service members, we'd probably be speaking German right now.
True.
Or Russian.
Yeah, either or.
Yeah. Although I'm pretty sure I wouldn't have the voice for Russian. Our nation is saluting the heroism and legacies for more than 30,500 men and women this year. It's also the opening day of the new museum dedicated to preserving the passings on of their story. CEO Chris Cassidy joined Eyewitness News ahead of the museum's grand opening. He said after years of effort and fundraising led to Texas being home of a museum honoring recipients of the highest military award for valor and country. And I would just like to take one moment to say that the Unsubscribed podcast should have been there for the opening ceremony because I can't think of a better group than those guys to do a award ceremony because they've done a lot for vets in general. Not to mention most of them are vets in general.
They've been doing a lot of stuff recently. I can't remember off the top of my head, or like just like for examples, but I just scrolling through and all the stuff. They've been up to a lot of things, even with guests and stuff like that. Like, I mean, they're all big in their right, who they are. But what they've done, like come together and create that podcast, I think is fantastic.
Oh,
a bunch of bros. American bros.
But let's see here. The stories are now displayed publicly for the first time. Of the Medal of Honor was first authorized in 1861 during the Civil War. How do you get a Medal of Honor in the Civil War? The only answer is you kill Americans. It's kind of weird that the Medal of Honor was first given out for killing your fellow countrymen. Kind of weird. I just thought of this.
Yeah.
You got to do something like super badass, like cut your own leg off to like save, like
there
save
you
people
go.
like on one of the ships.
So I guess there was no I don't think there were battleships involved in the American Civil War.
There's a few. There's like one that was made completely
ironclads. Okay, yeah.
And submarines.
Our producer's a history buff. So at the museum, 31,000 square feet, exhibit space is supported by 5 pillars that represents each of the branch of the U.S. military, and I think the roof should be painted like the Constitution. Cassidy said it's interactive, engaging, and fun for young and old people alike. What's cool about coming here is each person will get latched onto a different story for a different reason. The museum opens its doors to the general public on Tuesday. All right.
I think that's fantastic. Can we get some pictures of this place?
I don't think there were men. There's a
If it's
video.
brand new,
I know there's a video, but it's mostly of him talking.
Who's
National Medal of Honor. You know for a fact that one Marine guy is gonna be on there. Like
which one?
He won like the. He was this Marine. He was out in the. He was out in the Pacific Theater. I forgot his name, but he's like the most decorated like motherfucker ever, and he's like one of the like most badasses too.
So you can go.
This place looks cool.
Do we have a link somewhere? Yeah, there we go. So yeah, the 5 pillars are there holding it up. Just see now with a square roof like that, they missed the opportunity to make a nice large constitution on that or something, you know. But I understand it was for different reasons.
What's the name of that type of? They did a lot in the 80s. It's of theming behind it. It's something. It's like the design.
I don't know.
But the fact that it's there, I'm for it. So.
Oh, absolutely. Absolutely. It just makes me want to take a trip to Texas even more now. That's all.
Disruptive design.
Disruptive design. Okay, then. What do you got for this, D? What's your woman intentions? What's your woman intuition telling you
I don't
about
know.
this?
I was reading
What does the inner whale say?
I was reading the comments, and they're talking about Brandon Herrera, and I'm like, who's that? I don't know
AK guy?
who that is.
AK guy.
AK guy.
Yeah, AK guy. He ran for Congress in Texas, I think, or was it Arizona? In Texas. And he almost won.
Oh,
like he's a YouTuber and he almost won.
Yeah, he's a really
been
upstanding
pretty
guy.
cool.
If you guys haven't seen it, it's AK guy. He has made world's first 50 AK.
50 cal. Yup.
50 cal AK. That thing is a whole mission. I've been following that for years. That's cool.
Oh,
But yeah,
that's
the guy's a really upstanding guy and very, very genuine. Great humor. And yeah, he's running in Texas. What was it, last year or the year before? It was relatively
last year,
yeah.
I know there's a running joke. I know there's a running joke that he's going to be nominated as the director of the ATF because he was in the running for it. I don't think he's going to get it, but like, yeah, see, he's still salty about him not getting director of ATF.
Yeah, because the ATF they don't even know what to fucking do. Like
this is the same guy that believes everyone should legally own howitzers. Like he's up there with like the 2A stuff. He's really up there.
I need a howitzer.
Yeah, what if I want to tell my enemies from far away? Don't mess with me.
Write a message. What if I needed to like
technically?
What if I wanted to deliver a big can of beer to my neighbor?
To whom it may concern.
Everyone in this non-discriminative area, please enjoy. I'm just thinking.
Oh my. Well, that's good to know. I didn't know that, so I never really seen him. I kind of had heard about him a little bit, but not really looked too deep into it. So, I mean, I think to all those that have served, it's just, you know, a major thank you for serving our country, and to those who received a Medal of Honor. They deserved it. They did something honorable. They did something that was extraordinary, and, you know, they really set themselves apart, and they should be commemorated for it. So, boom.
Yeah, poor act recommended.
What are you laughing about?
It's a good thing to do.
So, there's a running joke when it comes to Brandon Herrera. If you go to Grok or ChatGPT and you ask, did Brandon Herrera serve in the military? It will give you a long list of his achievements and whatnot. It will tell you his rank and everything else in it. And what's funny is that's completely community made, and he never served in any of the military branches. The community has shitposted so much that the AI believes that he served 13 years in the military or something.
Oh, no way.
And he's like the world's most decorated war vet. Like, it is by far one of the best trolls out there.
That's insane.
And that, my friends, is how you get a community to really disrupt their something.
Wow.
Yes. So speaking of community disruption, we're getting the come on, do your thing. Caption this, my friends.
Wow.
An astronaut in the grocery store.
I mean, that could be the future in Mars, you know.
I thought of this.
I mean,
my first reaction to this one was RFK goes shopping.
This was all the people during COVID. Like all these people putting buckets and shit over their heads. Like, come on.
You need more than one mask. You gotta wear two.
Oh my god.
You need a spacesuit.
Hey, just for reference, I already coined that these are all COVID people. the people of Walmart during COVID. There you go, boom.
Karen goes shopping. Karen goes for groceries amid COVID 42. God damn it. Recommended encounter suit, 20th COVID booster receiver for the next pandemic. Nice. I really like Aaron's. People of Walmart COVID edition. I like how all these jokes are COVID related now.
I started the COVID. Hey, I started COVID. Well, the meme, whatever the caption is. It was all the Corona beers, okay? Corona beers started COVID. Or so they said, you know, for a while.
Oh God, please don't fart.
That would be bad. That's like didn't they do that on Jackass or something?
No, what was that? What was that movie? Was it Spaceman? Like that 90s comedy? Rocket Man.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, that was like one of my
favorites. It was Jim Carrey, wasn't it? I think it was Jim Carrey.
No. It was one of the guys. No, Jim Carrey did do something like that, but it was one of the guys. He was also in a Half Baked.
Oh, man, I can't remember.
I'll tell you, IMDb is
Buzz Lightyear beer run.
To infinity and beyond, baby.
Elon Musk stopped to buy groceries on Earth before heading to Mars. Well, this isn't where I parked my Tesla.
Yeah, it was Rocket Man. And this dude. And so then he farted.
Oh yeah.
In the suit.
Oh no.
Oh yeah.
They had to share oxygen, and he was eating like a bunch of I think beans or something. And he farts in the suit, so now he's sharing.
I remember the tube was going to the other guy. He's like trying not to. He's trying to squeeze the hose. It's like, no, don't do it, don't do it. It was great.
Oh my.
That was ever classic.
Oh, excuse me.
Mm-mm-mm-mm.
It's a slow Tuesday.
Yeah, it sure is.
Yeah. What else we got? Nothing? Legendary Brian goes for Galaxies Far Away in Search of Miller. That's playing to the cards are right there.
Wow.
What grocery shopping on Mars will look like in 2050? That's assuming the communists don't win.
Yeah. Then there won't be much on the shelves, or just like the same one product filling.
It'll show up. Shelf. It'll show up in an Amazon drone and drop it off to your little space cubicle, and it's just beans.
Yeah, that sounds about right. Or, it'll be like Demolition Man, where the only restaurant left is Taco Bell.
Yeah. And now it's gonna
everybody would be fucked. Because if you're in your spacesuit and you're just eating Taco Bell all the time, you're so screwed.
It's gonna be beans and dehydrated water because communist.
Oh damn. Yeah, you're just gonna be basking in your own ambience. You're gonna be making your own atmosphere up in that suit. So just marinating in it. It's gonna be great.
Yes.
It's like if you can't walk fast enough, you see a taco, like over to your next destination.
Tommy's ruined everything.
Oh no, speaking of which, like I got nothing.
Speaking of which, I have found this t-shirt and I ordered it for my wife. It says boldly right across the chest. It goes, oh shit, what did it say? Exactly what did it say? In a communist country, my tits can't get this big. I mean, she's a 36F, so yeah.
Oh my god. That's
oh god.
I don't have a girlfriend or wife, but I'm just gonna buy that so then when I do, here you go.
I thought about getting an extra small for me and making it a tube top. Just for funsies.
You fit in right at Walmart. That then.
I really liked the which one? Karen goes for groceries amid COVID 42. I really like that one from Aaron.
I'm not gonna lie, I like mine.
People Walmart COVID edition. Yeah, I like that one too. And I'm checking the other chats and I'm not seeing anything.
I'm gonna go with Aaron's on this one.
Yeah. Aaron's gonna win again.
I do like these.
So, that suit is not fat enough for Rosie O'Donnell.
Oh no.
Rosie O'Donnell makes. Yeah, I'm going with Aaron's, but I just updated to that one. The Rosie O'Donnell one.
How am I going to do buying a roll of Charmin? Nothing. You get one ply.
I mean, how do you even get it in there?
With a finger.
But,
typically.
Like,
a little bit of spit.
I know.
Oh, the toilet paper.
Where? We were thinking different things. I'm thinking, how would he wipe with the suit on?
I was thinking, how do you wipe with one ply? That's what I was thinking.
I was thinking how to get our entire toilet paper roll inside the suit. I was just like, we just can't really say.
Yeah.
Get it in there.
You just raw dog it, I guess. I don't know. The uncomfortable forbidden tube poop, where it goes into a tube into your backpack.
Yeah, where you have a can they put a catheter up your bum bum? I don't know.
They can.
That would suck.
It actually does. It just sucks the turd right out.
I mean, if it sucks it out, but I mean, turds come in all shapes and sizes.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, unless you're taking like a lot of laxatives, then it just
Bunch of fun.
I don't know. Yes, I would know, Roma. Thank you very much. Okay.
Dee's obsessed with poop.
Thanks.
She's the poop talk connoisseur.
I can't help thinking about it a lot.
That's all right. Whenever I have dinner with my family, I can't stop talking about poop, and it's not my fault because my mom brings it up first. We always end up talking about shit.
Dinners.
I mean,
family dinners.
It's part of life.
It's always going to happen. Every family dinner, poop gets talked about, and it's always it's an ongoing joke at this point now. It's
either animal poop, human poop, or just people being poopy in general.
Yeah.
We call it the round shit talks.
Mm.
Round shit talks? That's pretty funny.
That's what we call it, the family dinner. Because everyone gathers around and we shit talk. Oh.
Yeah.
But we're actually like quite literally usually talking about shit.
That's pretty funny.
I think we have a winner. I think Aaron's got most of the votes so far.
Yeah, I'm going to go with Aaron for this one.
Yeah, let's give it to Aaron.
All right, Karen goes for groceries amid COVID-42. If this one wins, it goes on a t-shirt. When we having those playoffs, by the way? Is it the end of the month?
I think they get... I don't know if it's end of the month or end of the season. Roma, no.
Follow at realak.x or follow at realak _ Roma. I can't remember his fucking handle. You know, the show you're watching now. Follow this one for a post of when our competition will come to a close.
It's the Real Roma _
Real
AK.
Roma _ AK.
I'm a professional.
You are. You're awesome.
Oh, don't stroke my ego like that. Come on now. You should know better than that. I already have a hard enough time fitting through one door. I don't need me and my ego to take two. All right. Final thoughts, ladies and gentlemen?
I think it's sometimes it's good that there's not always like something wild and crazy happening like on the news, just for like everybody's sanity. So it's pretty chill. I liked it. I'm definitely see what's going to happen, if there's going to be reconstruction on April 18th, or if it's just going to continue ceasefire, or if they're going to have some kind of new accord to like seal the deal of the war. That's the one I'm excited to see. But again, at this point, it's just touching base, seeing where it's moved, but we're not going to do anything. And then, I think the libs really got to stop putting Nazis on other liberals' cars. It's kind of doesn't make sense. Big old flippers.
I'm sorry, I was hearing crunching noises. I'm like, what the hell is that? My dog has a giant bone, and she's just been crunching on it. I'm like, what the hell is she eating? She's going to town over there, too.
Oh, yeah, she sure is. Aww.
Oh, what a cute.
Adorable.
You know what's even worse? Is the little one's waiting her turn.
Aww.
Like, I can't make this up.
Trying to get the scraps, whatever's left over.
Nah, so Luna, the German Shepherd, is softening it up so the little one can come over there and bark at her, so she'll drop it, and then she gets a turn, and then Luna will come over and shove her away to take her turn back. It's a whole process.
That's cute.
It goes on all day here.
No, mine's all need their own, and they drop them in different places, and then the smart one will come in sneak them away, and that's a whole process too. Dogs are funny. They're just so fun to look at. They're just entertainment. But you know, for my perspective on it, yes, it might have been a slow day, like a news cycle, but it's progress, right? Like everything is moving towards something. So possibly a ceasefire, possibly getting some like structure back in Congress with censoring these just outrageous, unprofessional people that shouldn't be there. Like clearly, you know, and even if they don't remove her, it'll kind of start setting a standard for decorum. And then, you know, with the judges and all that stuff, also setting a standard. So it's all progress. It's moving forward. So we got to start somewhere. So this is where we start, and hopefully it moves in a positive direction, and we keep just progressing. So, yeah, that's my view. Mm-hmm.
I have no input for this view to this week, for today at least. It's a slow news day. I don't really have a whole lot to go off of on this, although I will take away. I have a new joke now for Governor Hot Wheels. It's going to be a fun week. It's going to be a fun week. I think I already know what the caption is tomorrow is going to be.
Oh, boy.
Maybe I can nudge the producer in the right direction.
I think we need to start doing like Hot Wheels AI challenges on Grok and see what it comes out.
Yes, if you're watching this, at me on Fluffy_Hobo on X with your best Grok image of Hot Wheels and Governor Abbott. I want to see them. Let's go.
There you go. You're welcome.
Yeah. All right, but with that in mind,
like my whole desk is lined with Hot Wheels.
Yeah.
The Greg Abbott.
I've got
the
so
many.
Me and my friends were really into Rocket League, and we actually went out and bought the Hot Wheels for like the Octane from Rocket League.
Is that the dump truck?
That's the Trump dump.
It's the dump
truck. That's great.
There's no way I wasn't gonna get that. There's no way.
Right? That. All right. So where can people find you?
You know, on Instagram and X, AP2Tay. It's my handle for pretty much anything. Feel free to reach out to me. If you like gaming, we do a lot of that on the Discord as well. You can join with us. You can all talk to us, learn what we do, how we do it. You know, great community. One of the fastest growing there is on X. I said, super chilled. Love to meet new people on that. And for anything else, D, and you?
I am on X as Cynical Latina. I'm only on X. And I just love to, you know, like waste time on there pretty much. You know, free time, waste time on there, troll, talk some smack, you know, get my rocks off that way. Yeah, come have fun.
Sounds like a cheap drug.
It might be. Who knows?
All righty. I've said it before, but please go to riseofmiddleamerica.com. From there, you can see all of our collection of different things that we have, all the stuff that we've done, and all the stuff that's soon to be. Now, I believe we are also looking for volunteers to help run this show. I think. I'm not sure what we're looking for. I think it's producer, podcast host, and something else. I don't know. I don't have a script in front of me. I'm kind of winging it right now. But
we'll get more news on Thursday for that.
Join the Discord because I keep shoving people out of the Discord because I'm crazy. Oh yeah, check out Facts and Sass, Unfiltered, the new. Oh, what is it? People, True Crime, and something else with your host Elizabeth and that Valley Girl. Hosts, producers, writers, and editors. See, this is why we have oversight because I forget stuff. Nothing to see here, folks. But with that in mind, what was it? I forgot now. Happy National Medal of Honors Day. All of you people deserved it. And with that, I think we're done here. Good night, everybody. Have a good one.
So I got to thinking, there's MAHA, Make America Healthy Again. MAGA, Make America Great Again. But what we really need to do is make America follow the Constitution again. Motherfucker. That sounded better in my head.